Good morning there, Gia. So yeah, in recent days, the governor's gotten a lot of pressure over his potential decision for both sides on this issue. But now that we know that he's going to continue this appeals process, today is that big deadline for the Commerce Department to basically ask and file a motion to ask the Minnesota Court of Appeals to look at this project yet again. So Line 3 would partially add an oil pipeline across northern Minnesota, ending up in Superior, Wisconsin. Enbridge says replacing the aging pipeline, which was built in the 1960s, is the safest option for maintaining the oil supply to the Midwest and create thousands of jobs. However, opponents say the project would aggravate climate change and spills could endanger wetlands in the Mississippi River headwaters region and tribal land where wild rice is harvested and tribes claim treaty rights. Now, this proposal has gone back and forth between the Public Utilities Commission, who's in favor of the project, and the Minnesota Court of Appeals. So what this next step means is that the Department of Commerce will continue to appeal this project. Now, Enbridge released a statement saying, in part, "We are disappointed that a part of the Walz administration has chosen to pursue an appeal, especially when the two PUC commissioners the governor appointed voted in favor of the project." So in general, Republicans have supported this project. It's the Democrats who've been split on this issue before. Now, on Friday, the Commerce Commissioner is expected to get a lot of questions about this project during a Senate confirmation hearing. So, Gia, not only kind of a big story today, but Friday when they get more questions on what's to come.
Yeah, for sure. We'll be following this one closely. Ellery, thank you.